June 24, 2009. This would be the very last night that Michael would grace the stage. Over the years, I've made many videos on the death hoax of Michael Jackson. In 2019, I'd like to take a look back on what built one of the biggest death hoaxes of them all. I hope you're ready, because it's time to travel back to 2009 and look at the many ways used tied to the Xscape Plan.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore. They could shoot me. They could stab me. They could frame me and say I overdosed on drugs. They could do a lot of things. The government. I just want my children to be okay. My name just gotta go.
Those there were the highlights from Michael's last phone call on June 24th, 2009 with his longtime friend, Dieter Weisner. In that phone call, Michael voiced his fear on people being after him to cause him fatal harm. He said they could shoot me, stab me, or say that I overdosed on drugs. The overdose on drugs part of the phone call is what stood out as what was presented as a cause of death in a public trial against his doctor, Conrad Murray. But that's something to be discussed in a future video.
On Fox News Channel, the Los Angeles Times and the Associated Press are now reporting Michael Jackson has died in Los Angeles this afternoon.
On June 25th, 2009, lovers and haters of Michael Jackson will receive the shock of a lifetime when it will be announced publicly to the world that he had passed on, which leads to what this video is about, how the media was used to prep for Michael's escape. Starting with an article printed by well-known slanderous tabloid magazine, The National Enquirer. In their January 2009 issue, a story stating that Michael Jackson had exactly 6 months to live was put into their publication. Now, I know you'll say that we can't believe this tabloid, but in this one instance, we'd have to, being that Michael's public death will be announced exactly 6 months after the release of this article. According to the article, this story was leaked by a family friend, and I have strong beliefs and suspicions that this story was planted by Jermaine Jackson in preparation for Michael's escape. There is no way to prove who leaked this story, but there is no doubt in my mind that this story was definitely a plant. And there's no way that this was a coincidence that he would die 6 months exactly to the date of that article. This is Ben Evenstad of the National Photo Group on June 25, 2009. He would be known as the man who would take the last photo of Michael as the ambulance left the 100 Carrollwood Drive residence. The media would have a field day with this image as if this was actually Michael lying there on that stretcher being worked on by the 2 emergency workers. This photo is also a part of the escape plan, as this was to make the public death appear to be authentic. Truth be told, this photo is a fake and was photoshopped by Ben Evenstad. Here is the original pic and the supposed last pic taken of Michael. Take a hard look. You can see that Michael's face was photoshopped on top of the original photo. The photo used for that ambulance image was from Michael's Madison Square Garden concert for his 30th anniversary as a solo artist. This is when he laid down on the stage after performing You Rock My World. Also on June 25th, the sad news footage seen around the world of Michael's body being transferred from UCLA Medical Center to the coroner's van will be aired. All news publications airing this claim this to have been live, but as a video editor, it can clearly be seen that the footage had been tailored. The one part of this news report that fit into the escape plan is the removal of the body from the helicopter to the coroner's van. In that footage, you can clearly see the shape of the body under the sheet change shape, as well as the sheet go from having a knot tied into it to it being tucked super tight underneath the body. The moving of the body from the helicopter to the van was only done in a few split seconds time. So how did such changes occur to the footage during this live stream by almost every national news network? The answer is, this was not live. There was no way that this was, being that this was heavily edited footage, so there was no way, shape, or form that this could have been live. This footage was tailored and sent to all the news publications, obviously through a media manipulation program. The networks wouldn't have gotten the footage without a special program secretly conducted by the CIA entitled Operation Mockingbird. This media manipulation program, created in the 1950s, was said to be shut down as of February 1976. But how can we be so sure? Stay tuned and be on the lookout for part 2 of the escape plan, because there's more to come. Please continue to like, subscribe, and comment on these videos, and I'd like to thank all the moonwalkers who tuned into this video. If you'd like to donate in support of the JustMisterP YouTube channel, or if you'd like to contact me via social media, I will leave the info in the description box down below. Take care everyone, and I'll see you guys for part 2.